Confessing your sin is the key that opens up the door to spiritual renewal in your life. The closer you get to God, the more you see your own sinfulness in your own life. 2 Chronicles is a great passage here in chapter 7, verse 14 about revival. I've heard it many, many times and preached it myself several times. Look at what it says here in this passage. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. I've got a bunch of Band-Aids here in this box. I mean, all kinds of different sizes, shapes. And you use those Band-Aids when what happens? When you get cut. Also brought a bottle of hydrogen peroxide. Now, when you use these two things together, that's what begins the healing process. If you've got some scratch or some kind of cut, I don't care how good the Band-Aid is, if you just put a Band-Aid over that cut, it's not going to heal properly, is it? It's going to get infected. It's going to get all kinds of, gooey and pussy stuff in it, and it's nasty stuff, isn't it? And so you need some peroxide to be able to put inside of that cut before you put the Band-Aid on. It's the same exact process that God uses. He says, let me see your cut. Open it up. Let me see it. And I'm going to pour some peroxide down inside of it. You know what that's called? Confession. Ouch. Doesn't that hurt? When you go to God and you're laying open your sins before God, you're laying them bare before Him, and you're pouring that peroxide down inside of it. But then God puts a Band-Aid over the top of it. And that's called forgiveness. Isaiah 57 and verse 15 says, "For this is what the high and lofty one says, He who lives forever, whose name is holy. I live in a high and holy place, but also with him who is contrite and lowly in spirit, to revive the spirit of the lowly and to revive the heart of the contrite." And so when you're convicted of that sin, you go to God and you ask God to forgive you of that sin. You humble yourself before Him, and that's when the renewal begins in your life. That's when the healing begins in your life. That's when the revival takes place in your life. Does that make sense?
Thank you for taking the time to visit the iFindSermons YouTube channel. We hope this video has been uplifting and instrumental in your spiritual growth. If you haven't done so already, please click the subscribe button in the bottom right corner of your screen. That one little click ensures that you will always be in the loop whenever Dr. Mark Jackson unveils a fresh video on our channel. And now, it is our deepest prayer that God will abundantly bless your life.